Hello dear students. Today we will start a new topic. We will start the part 4th of this chapter, and this will be the last part of this video, this chapter, this unit. This is the part 4th, and we will complete almost two chapters in this two concepts in this video. We will try to explain two concepts in this video. First is nitrogen fixation and the second is the nitrogen cycle. First of all, we will see what is nitrogen fixation. When we see nitrogen fixation is the process. It is that process by which molecular nitrogen, which is present in the atmosphere in the form of N2, it is converted into different nitrogenous compounds such as ammonia, ammonium ions, nitrates, so that it may become readily available to the plants. We know that this N2, which is present in the soil, is not available in the plants cannot use this molecular nitrogen, so it is a must that it must first be converted into the ammonia or other related nitrogenous compounds, so that it may so that the plants may be able to utilize it. Okay, when we see why nitrogen fixation is so much essential, why this nitrogen is important. Nitrogen fixation is very essential to the life because these nitrogenous compounds in the form of proteins, in the form of amino acids, in the form of nucleic acids, in the form of nucleoside triphosphates, they are very much important to our to a living organism. That is why we need nitrogen fixation. And this process makes available this inorganic nitrogen so that our body can utilize it, and from that nitrogen our body is able to make different nitrogenous compounds. So when we move on to the another very important thing is that this nitrogen fixation, how is it carried out? This nitrogen fixation, biological, we will first of all talk about the biological nitrogen fixation. It takes place, one thing is that, one step is that, one way is that it is carried out naturally in the soil by some microorganisms, and those microorganisms which fix this atmospheric nitrogen are called as the diazotropes. We can quote the example of Azotobacter archaea. These bacteria fix atmospheric nitrogen in the soil automatically. They do this job. And another very big thing is that another process is that there are some nitrogen fixing bacteria which live in symbiotic relationship with other plant groups, especially with the leguminous plants, and they also fix this atmospheric nitrogen. We must have heard about the symbiotic rhizobium bacteria, which lives in the root nodules of leguminous plants, and they fix nitrogen, atmospheric nitrogen there. And when these plants die, this atmospheric nitrogen becomes readily available to the plants. You can see in this picture, you can readily see this is a leguminous plant. And these circular dot-like structures are the nodules in which these rhizobium bacteria lives in symbiotic relationship with these organisms, and they fix atmospheric nitrogen, which is in the form of nitrates, which is readily available to this plant. And when these plants die, this soil gets fertile with the nitrogen. Okay, let us move to the another step. Another step is that this atmospheric nitrogen is converted into the nitrogenous compounds which are readily available to the plants by the process of lightning. Also, this is also one of the natural processes which takes place in this world. So here is the you can see this is a picture of a biological nitrogen fixation. You can see that this is a plant, leguminous plant, and there are the nitrogen fixing bacteria. They fix the nitrogen, and after nitrogen fixing bacteria in the soil, they also convert this nitrogen, atmospheric nitrogen, into the ammonium ion, and ammonium ion, with the help of nitrifying bacteria, this process is called a nitrification, change it into the nitrates then get changed change into by the action of nitrifying bacteria, change into the nitrates, and nitrates can again leave the soil, and they can enter into the atmosphere in the form of atmospheric nitration by the process of denitrification, and this is done by the denitrifying bacteria. These nitrates are readily assimilated by the plants. These are usable by the plants. Another method is that you can see here, this is an animal, and animal excreta also is very rich in the nitrogenous compounds, and also the plants such as decomposers, which are such as fungi or mushroom, they also release this ammonium into the soil, and which then again goes through these steps. Okay, let's move forward and we will see what is the nitrogen cycle. When we see nitrogen cycle is that process by which nitrogen is converted into the different nitrogenous compounds in the soil, and ultimately it gets again released into the atmosphere. That is, it is just like a cycle through which the nitrogen enters into the atmosphere and into the soil and back into the atmosphere. It undergoes several processes during this cycling process, such as nitrogen fixation, nitrification, denitrification, decay, and putrefaction. These are the different processes through which this nitrogen cycle proceeds. This is a simple diagram of this nitrogen cycle. You can see here, this is the atmospheric nitrogen in the form of molecular nitrogen N2, and when it gets fixed by nitrogen fixing bacteria into the ammonia gets after the action of nitrifying bacteria, it undergoes nitrification, gets changed into the nitrates, and nitrification also, it can also change into the nitrites NO2. Ammonia can also, the ammonia in the waste products of the animals also can get change into these nitrates, and these nitrates are readily assimilated and available to the plants, and these nitrates can, by the action of denitrifying bacteria, can re-enter into the atmosphere, and as a result of this, nitrogen cycle is completed. Thank you. This was all everything about this topic, and inshallah we will go through the another topic inshallah very soon, and we will start a new, thank you, a very new subject. Thank you very much.